What is going on YouTube? Examples here, coming at you with a brand new Destiny video, and today we are once again in the Crucible and we will be playing Clash over the other game types. Now with regards to today's game, I am using a weapon type that I don't normally use too much of. In fact, I don't normally use the primary or the special that often at all, and that is the hand cannon and the sniper rifle. Now I don't really use the hand cannon because I prefer the weapons such as the scout rifle, the pulse rifle and the auto rifle, because I know how to play with those particular guns. I know what engagements to take, what engagements not to take most of the time. Sometimes I take silly fights, but 9 times out of 10 I will take fights that I know I can win, or I'll win fights that I shouldn't really win, but hey ho, that's part and parcel of the game. But with hand cannons, I don't really use them enough to know what to challenge, what not to challenge, where to challenge, who to challenge, etc, etc. For example, the range on the hand cannon compared to the range on the scout rifle, so the medium multi-tool compared to the hand cannon I'm using, is quite significant, if I'm perfectly honest. It doesn't look that much, but it is quite a lot if you're talking amongst like where you can take engagements from. And one thing I have noticed with regards to the multi-tool is a lot of people tend to use it in the Crucible at the moment. When I had it, initially had it, no one was already using it. I don't really know whether it's a gun that no one could get, or whether it's a gun that no one really want to use, or whether it's had a buff, or what's happened with that particular weapon. But a lot of people are now using it in the Crucible ever since Xur had it. I think 2 or 3 weeks ago he had the Mida multi-tool as his weapon that you could purchase from him. So I think a lot of people went ahead, purchased that particular weapon from him, and then ended up using it obviously in the Crucible, which is fine. I didn't do that way. I actually got mine from a engram rather than buying it, but if I didn't have it I would have probably bought it from him regardless. I've recently got a new cloak which isn't too much difference in defense values, and the intellect is obviously intellect and strength rather than intellect and discipline on this one, which is fine. I don't really change up much on this side of things. I obviously change up the stuff over on my weapon side of things, but at the moment I haven't really changed anything at all on my armor setup. Now obviously I would probably end up doing so if I was playing in the Vanguard playlist rather than a Crucible playlist, or if I was doing a raid or whatever, I'd probably end up changing things up. But for just playing in the Crucible, I tend to put on the stuff that I feel like will help me out the most in the Crucible side of things, hence why most of the stuff hasn't really changed from video to video on the armors front. But obviously I want to try out new weapons, I want to try out different things when it comes to playing in the Crucible. So that is why we are running with the hand cannon and sniper rifle today, rather than obviously the scout rifle and the shotgun, or the scout rifle and the sidearm, or a pulse rifle and a sidearm, etc, etc. The list goes on. But nevertheless, we have a fairly good map for the likes of a hand cannon, in my personal opinion, because a lot of people will play in that center circular area of the map, which means there's a little bit of a closer engagement, rather than obviously having the long range engagements that you would prefer to have the scout rifle and the pulse rifles for. So I'm hoping today is a good day for hand cannons. Now I say this with a little bit of bated breath because I have already played a few games. I was about to say, how the fuck did he kill me? It was a grenade. But I have already played a few games today with a hand cannon and it hasn't gone well. And I say it hasn't gone well in the respect of the team has lost. I haven't had the greatest game with a hand cannon, and there's a lot of different variables that kind of made it the game that it became, and that was 3 people shooting at my ass whilst I came out of a doorway. That's one thing I don't like about this map, is the fact that if you go through the doorways, there will be at least 2 or 3 people looking at that door like, who's coming through this door then? Who can I get from this door? Etc, etc. Please give me that kill, man. This start is every single start that I have with hand cannons. It frustrates me a hell of a lot because I just want to get like better with a hand cannon, because it's one of those weapons that always kills me, but I can never really do that great with. So not being able to do something along those lines is really, really infuriating for me. Did I get the kill? Did I get the kill? I got the kill. Okay, I'm running. Screw this. I'm gone. See you later. Adios. I will turn I got a second kill, but I kind of stole that kill, so I can't really take credit for it. And then we ended up getting killed by the arc web. I'm guessing it was the grenade that I got killed by, considering that it was Nutjob that killed me, and the person that stood next to me also got killed by Nutjob, so I'm guessing it was his grenade that he put down that killed both myself and the other person. Once again, I take another kill off of a teammate, but any kills I can get right now, I would gladly take, especially with weapons that I don't really know how to use that well. So if you guys could give me any hints, tips, tricks, etc, for hand cannons in this game, I will gladly take them from you, because I do want to start using the hand cannon a little bit more. And I say that because the hand cannon is one of those weapons that you're always like, not given, but you can always find from the Crucible games, or you can always find from playing like certain areas of the game. I tend to find that I find a lot more hand cannons than I find anything else with regards to like weapons in this game. Like from drops, for example, after Crucible games, I've seen a lot more hand cannons than I've ever seen. Okay, fair enough. He waited for me to jump up and then decided to shoot at me, which is fair enough, obviously, because when you go to double jump, your gun doesn't stay like aimed in, which is fine. It's fair enough. It's the way it is, and the way it'll always be. Holy cow! Let's run away from that engagement. And then there's a guy behind me. Of course there is. That's always the way. I get out of one engagement and I get fucked on by somebody else. Yay. But as I was saying, hand cannons are that one weapon that I always seem to find a lot more of than anything else. Like scout rifles I find really hard to find. Pulse rifles, again, I find quite hard to find. And I say that due to the fact that I've never really gotten them dropped for me with regards to in the actual area of the Crucible or Vanguard or anything like that. Like, I've always really been given the hand cannons over everything else, and I'm not going to shoot at that guy because that's a little bit too far, I believe, for a hand cannon to take an engagement. Play this corner. Was that an assist? No, that was a kill. Just a very delayed little pop-up on our screen there, so that's fine. Let's just regen our health a little bit here and then push back out. There's a guy coming from this direction, so I will smoke that off. And then I'll re-peek it. Come on, where the fuck are you? Really? You're going to pre-fire my ass? Screw that. I'm out. Oh, damn it. There's someone else in there as well. Ah, that was a nice little flush out by the opposing team there. Unfortunately, we do end up going down because of that particular play. I didn't want to take an engagement. The first engagement I didn't want to take because there was about, I don't know, 3 or 4 people there. Okay, I see you. What? Okay, that shouldn't have happened. That fail. Fail! And I say that's a fail because I was trying to get the guy that was crouched in this area right where I am right now. He was crouched literally here. And I couldn't get him because there was a pole in the way. Nothing more than literally a pole. It wasn't even a pole, it's a wire. Like, how can a wire stop shit like that, dude? That doesn't make any sense. Like, it's a wire. Screw that, I'm outie. But how does a wire stop a super? That doesn't make... to me, that's... really baffling. I can't move. This guy's going to challenge me. Yeah, okay. I got challenged from behind. I was about to say this guy's going to challenge me, but I got challenged from behind and got killed by a heavy weapon when the guy could probably have used a normal weapon and kept his heavy ammo. Just saying. But I'm still... Where the hell have you gone?
You're falling behind.
Really, Tim? Really? Of all the chances I could have had to melee someone, and I decided to whiff about 5 million shots with my hand cannon. Not my finest hour, I must admit. Right, there's a guy here. Screw this. Where has he gone? Stop running away, bish. Can't take a gunfight and then fucking run like a pussy. Jesus. Well, you can. I've done it all game, but still, that's besides the point. I've got special treatment and all that. Oh, a grenade car, I'll take that. No, I want nothing to do with you. Leave me alone. I'm just going to ignore him. I want to be like, oh, I'm going to ignore him. He can't see me. He can't see me. But obviously he can, and he killed me with his super, so a little bit unfortunate there. But what's the score? Okay, we're not too far behind. We've kind of brought it back from where it was at the start of this game. But I have a strong feeling that some of our teammates ended up leaving the game. Not too sure why. Obviously, there's rage quits and all sorts that happen in this game. I was surrounded. Well, I felt like I was surrounded there because I looked up at my radar, and my radar said there was someone in like the circular room in the middle. There was someone to my left, and there was someone to my right. So I felt surrounded in that game. I'll take the assist there. But yeah, I felt surrounded, as I said, at that particular moment. So I didn't really know where to look. So I did end up dying from that particular situation. But looking forward, it looks like it's going to be fairly hard for myself and my team to gain what is known as the upper hand in this particular game right now. Actually, no. After saying that, my teammates have ended up getting a few kills. And there's one thing I want to know, whether you guys can give me your feedback on, is when do I need to do what I'm doing here, which is obviously aiming down the sight, and when do I need to hip fire with a hand cannon? Because I seem to find that I aim down sight a lot because I'm used to doing so with other weapons, but then that kind of hinders me because I end up missing shots. Okay, he decided to have his friend take the engagement, and then decided to miss me with the follow-up snipe. So I'll take that situation every single day of the week. You can die. You can die. I didn't get 2 kills. Are you kidding me? I've dealt the final blow, which I'm quite happy about, but still, I didn't get 2 kills with my super at the end. God damn it. But nevertheless, that is the end of today's video, guys. I hope you did enjoy it. I kind of felt like I went on a little bit of a tangent and just spoke random crap at you guys for most of that video. I apologise if I did. I was trying to find things to say whilst I was playing the game, and unfortunately I just couldn't find the right stuff to say, I guess you could say, with regards to the game today. We didn't get a positive KD, which is a little bit unfortunate, but as I said, I don't really know how to use the hand cannons to the best of their ability right now, which means that I do need a little bit of feedback from you guys just to let me know what I should be taking engagement-wise and what I shouldn't be taking, and then I can get a little bit better with the weapon and go from there. And nevertheless, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. If you did enjoy it, please leave a like, rating, and subscribe to the channel for more content. And I shall see you in tomorrow's video.